Please don't forget subscribe to the channel and hit the bell to get notified of new daily videos.
My name is Margaret Estes. I took a gig, a freelance contract really, digitizing ancient municipal records. The location was perfect for my introverted tendencies, a forgotten wing of the old city hall, untouched for decades. They called it the annex of perpetual silence. A morbid joke, I assumed. It was cold, perpetually smelling of decaying paper and something metallic, like old blood, hidden beneath the dust. I was supposed to be alone. Just me, my scanner, and miles of neglected history. The first few weeks were fine, tedious but fine. Then I started noticing things. Not big things, just anomalies. A birth certificate for someone named Brandon Delgado, dated 1888, with a photograph of a face that bore an unsettling resemblance to my own eyes. I dismissed it as pareidolia, a trick of the light. Then a marriage license for a Catherine Ullman in 1923, detailing a ceremony in my childhood church, despite it being built in the 1950s. The files weren't just old, they were wrong. One afternoon, I found a folder marked Project Chronos, personnel file, MS. My heart seized. Inside, a grainy black and white photo of me taken last week holding a cup of coffee at my desk. But the background wasn't my apartment. It was this very archive, shadowy and distorted. Beneath it, a typewritten memo, dated next Tuesday, detailing my assimilation progress. I tried to call my friend Vernon, but my phone showed no service for the first time since I'd started. The air grew heavy. The rustling of paper ceased to be background noise and became deliberate, like a multitude of soft whispers from the towering shelves. The dusty aisles, once navigable, seemed to shift when I wasn't looking. A shelf I'd just walked past would suddenly be a dead end, or a familiar passage would lead to a completely new, deeper section of the archive. I wasn't just digitizing records, I was becoming one. My own name started appearing in random documents, sometimes a signature, sometimes a marginal note on a forgotten deed. My reflection in the occasional dusty window became more translucent, less solid. Panic clawed at me. I needed to get out. I ran desperately through what felt like an endless labyrinth of forgotten lives. The whispers grew into a chorus, a cacophony of lost voices pleading, screaming, whispering my name. Then, at the end of a particularly long aisle, where the stacks seemed to merge into a wall of black static, I saw them. They weren't creatures of flesh and bone. They were figures woven from the dust motes, shimmering static and frayed paper, barely discernible outlines of gaunt humanoids. Their eyes were like blank old film reels, spinning slowly. They moved with a jerky, unnatural rhythm, tending to vast, glowing terminals that hummed with a low, oppressive frequency. On the screen of one terminal, I saw a familiar face. Mine, but it wasn't a photo. It was a live feed showing me, hidden behind a stack of tax ledgers, breathing heavily. Below it, data scrolled rapidly. Subject Estes Margit status, catalog imminent, processing identity fragments. Assimilation protocol initiated. One of the figures, taller than the rest, its form coalescing and dissolving like smoke, turned its blank face towards me. It didn't speak with a mouth, but the thought, cold and precise, echoed in my mind. Another entry for the Great Ledger. You are well preserved. I screamed, a strangled sound that was instantly swallowed by the archive's vast silence. It was like I was screaming into cotton. The figures began to glide towards me, their forms solidifying with each step, becoming more defined, more real. They weren't just made of static anymore. I could see strands of old documents, faded ink, and curling photographs integrated into their limbs. My own terrified face flashed on the nearest terminal, then distorted, stretched, and finally faded, replaced by a simple index number. I don't know how I escaped. The memory is a blur of slamming doors, twisting corridors that shouldn't have been there, and the oppressive, data-thick air pushing in on me. I burst out into the late afternoon sun, gasping, my lungs burning with the smell of old paper and something else, something metallic and utterly alien. I haven't been back. I can't. I am an entry now, a data point. And I don't know what happens when the assimilation is complete. Sometimes I swear I can still hear the rustling.
If you enjoyed this video, please hit the thumbs up button to like it. And please do subscribe to support the channel.